AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello everybody and welcome to AfterBuzz TV. This is the after show of The Grinder. We are covering episode 7. I am Stephen Helmkamp. You can find me at Stephen Helmkamp on Twitter and Instagram. I'm just going to keep talking over the theme music because it sounds really cool. And I'm joined tonight by the lovely always.
Hey guys, Leslie Ambrose here. You can find me on Twitter at in less than no time. Wow, I forgot my own Twitter handle. And less is with just one S.
That's right.
It's clever. It's funny. Love it.
And we are your two hosts tonight. Stephen Lemieux is out again tonight. We will be covering tonight, but funny episode.
Yeah.
It's really good, right?
It was hilarious. It had I feel like everything that you like in a Grinder episode and everything that I like just came meshed together in one big episode.
Oh, I'm surprised you actually liked the episode that I liked, because lately it hasn't been like that.
I'm sorry. I have a weird sense of humor, and weird things are funny to me, okay?
I really love the consistency of them opening a show with an episode from The Grinder, the TV series. That's kind of been consistent all the way throughout, and I think that's kind of exciting too, because they talk so much about Dean being on the TV show. Yeah. It's cool to actually see it for real.
But this one had a twist with like some old school timey George Washington wigs. What are those actually called? Are they called George Washington wigs?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, well, there we go. If you know what it's
was
called, tweet at me.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's relevant, but I just want people to tweet at me.
Yeah, so the opening was fantastic, and I was really happy to see our girl Hannah Haynes in the episode this week.
Yeah, she was here last week.
Oh
she
my
was
gosh.
great.
If you missed last week's episode of AfterBuzz, you need to go back and recap on episode 6. We had Hannah Haynes with us. She plays Lizzie as a series regular on the show, and she was a fantastic guest. Hannah, we love you. Thank you for being here. But how fun was she?
Oh,
Wasn't
she
that
was
amazing?
so, like, one of the funnest interviews I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done a lot, but still, she was great. She kept her energy up. Like, homegirl could be on, like, Jimmy Fallon one day, like, serving it up with these great sound bites that you're going to see going viral on YouTube.
She likely will be. I mean, this show
definitely
seems to be a hit, and it did get picked up for 22 episodes, so still got a long ways to go.
Yeah, and it's doing great. I mean, what is this, episode 7? And we already see, like, this episode had so much character development. Yeah. I've never seen Deb have more than, like, 5 lines.
I didn't know Deb had a job.
Neither did I. I thought she was just a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, well, I think I knew that she worked, but it never, like, that was never talked about, her work, her job. It was always the office at the lawyer's office. But yeah, let's talk about Deb for a moment. That was really kind of funny to see her in her element, in her workspace. And she does not have a good track record with assistants. No, right?
Yeah. But I think that's where we see a little bit, she kind of has a power struggle where it's like, okay, is she either going to be really lenient, which she's pretty lenient at home with Lizzie and Ethan, right? Yeah, Lizzie and Ethan, she's pretty lenient. Steve's the one that kind of puts his foot down with everything. And then you have Dean, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah. And then here at work, you see that she's actually like really intense and like really bossy, but in a good way bossy, which I think is a great way of portraying. I'm going to shout out women here for a second. Hey. A great way of portraying women. Like, she wasn't a secretary. Beyonce. She wasn't a... Hey, feminism, guys. It's great. She wasn't a secretary. She wasn't, you know, just a, I guess, receptionist, secretary, same thing. She wasn't, like, a low entry-level job. Like, no, she was a boss. She knew what she wanted. She knew what she wanted in her secretaries. And, like, even having an out-of-element moment where she has to kind of be more lenient and act the way she does at home. We see that doesn't mix with the way she is at work.
Yeah, well, she wants to be a cool boss. Yeah. Because like you said, she's been pretty bossy to her assistant. So she wants to be a cool boss. So she's trying to be like nice to the assistant. Like, I'll get you that favorite cup of coffee you like and I'll take directions from you on what you like. And the assistant totally took advantage of it.
Oh, definitely.
And flipped the script on it. And that was really fun. I thought the assistant was a pretty cool character.
It was hilarious.
She's a good actress. She reminds me of... I'm not going to remember her name, but she reminds me of someone else. I don't know. She's just definitely got a nice comedic vibe to her, that assistant. She was a funny role. So that was really cool. Good to see Deb have some character development as well, like you mentioned. But the whole episode, episode 7, Authentic Flirt, kind of revolves around Dean wanting to be a regular guy, giving up the celebrity fame, which is why he moved to Boise in the first place and left Hollywood to be this regular guy and work with his brother and his dad at the law firm. So it's really about taking away all the celebrity power that he gets from being the grinder on TV.
But he can't do it.
But he can't do it. Yeah,
he doesn't do it, and it's funny. Even I love that they brought on Nathan Fielder, who does. If you remember, he did the Dumb Starbucks. He was behind that whole fiasco.
Really?
Yeah, he has a Comedy Central show.
Oh, I didn't know
it's
that.
called Nathan For You, I think. Never actually watched it, but have a lot of friends who do. And just seeing that Dean comes in trying to be a normal guy, and seeing like Nathan come in and that completely contrast, where you bring the like you were saying, it brings a comedic into it with Dean just completely. A lot of characters out of their element today. I
know. Yeah, he's 2 days into it of giving up the fame, and Stuart has this whole beautiful weekend plan with his wife Deb to get away and have a sex vacation. And it's ruined because Farouk, the mechanic, has his car in the shop and is just giving him the runaround and not giving him his car back quick enough. And Dean then. Well, before that, Dean has to go to court for blowing through a stop sign, which was hilarious.
That was so funny.
He went through the stop sign, he gets pulled over, and of course he's going to get out of the ticket because he's the grinder. But he's like, "No, officer, I actually want one ticket."
Like, who does that?
He ordered one ticket like he was ordering a milkshake or something. Like, I'll have one of those, please.
Wait, that's a really good analogy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I love that and I wrote here that the officer giving him the ticket was saying, yeah, a lot of people make it harder for themselves when they can just go online and pay it, and they think they're all lawyers in court. I felt like the writers of the show made fun of everyone who takes their tickets and goes to court, which I do. I'm totally guilty of that. I'm totally one of those guys who will go to court and like fight it.
For nothing, for like a parking ticket?
If I'm like really guilty and lazy, I'll pay it. But I have gone to court and fought it and won.
Did you win?
And I won, and I won, and
God.
I won. But it also, so it makes fun of people doing that, but it also sets up Dean to have a real shot in a real case and be the grinder, which was a beautiful moment, like killing two birds with one stone. So I totally applaud the writers for that little bit,
guys.
and of course for a lot more. But yeah, that was funny. What'd you think of Dean in the courtroom fighting his ticket?
I mean, Dean loves a good case.
Of
and,
course.
Every episode has its case, and this was it for this one. And I thought it was funny how even though he thought he was being a normal guy, the judge still gave him, like, preferential treatment, which is like, you're the grinder, so whatever. I'll kind of run through, like, the protocol of what I need to do. But in the end, you're going to get out anyways.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you have this ticket. I'm totally inclined to hearing everything you have to say, and maybe even going home with you. She was kind of giving him those eyes, too.
She was, yeah. She's hoping for a little action with the grinder.
So back to what we were talking about. Farouk, the mechanic, has Stuart's car in the shop. It's ruining his trip. And so Stuart has to trick Dean. He asks him for a favor, and Dean's like, look, if your favor requires using my celebrity for personal gain, the answer is no. He's 2 days committed, but it's almost like he's been in AA for a year and turning away a sip of alcohol, like, yes.
Which I feel is most people when they're trying to like turn a new leaf, they're like, one day I'm good, I'm good, I'm solid.
I applaud him, one day at a time. So he tricks him, and Claire's in on it. Claire kind of sparks him, gives him a little push to do it, takes him to the mechanic shop, and exploits him pretty much by saying, I'm not exploiting him, really loudly, but showing Farouk that, hey, that's my brother. Gets out or gets the car back, and it's going to be free of charge, right?
Yeah.
So then what happens?
Dean is a lot smarter than we think he is.
Yeah.
And he totally notices what's going on. Dear Lord.
There are moments of Dean being smarter than I would expect. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because he does play a pretty dumb and ignorant character.
Yeah, but he's the dumb, ignorant guy that always wins in the end. Like, even we see in this episode, we've seen in past episodes, when Stu tries to come in and be super sneaky, it always ends up looking bad on him and looking good on Dean regardless.
Totally. And I like how the writers don't make him super dumb. where he doesn't, where everything's just oblivious to him and everything's going over his head. Like, I don't know, like maybe like you've seen like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber or whatever. Like he's not completely idiotic, you know?
Or like Zoolander.
Right. So I like that the writers still kind of keep him intelligent enough as like normal common sense, but he's still Mr. Hollywood ignorant.
No, they balance it out so good with that. I mean, they don't go to the extremes. I think the only extreme that we really see is Todd.
Yeah.
But that's like for it to come in and kind of disrupt the balance a little bit.
Yeah. It's funny, like, who's the comedic relief in the show? Because everyone's so freaking hilarious. I mean, so Todd definitely has his one-liners there.
Yeah, he does.
And the dad's so funny, too. Again, back at the top of the episode, he's like, it doesn't make a point, Dean, when you just say something and walk away. Yeah, but it helps.
Oh, my God. The dad is always here to, like, just, boom, bring up Dean and everything.
Yeah. He loves him.
He loves him a little too much.
A little bit like, more than Stuart.
Maybe you should lean back a little. I want to know. I wish they would do a flashback. I guess it's more predictions, but I wish they could do a flashback where we see little Dean and little Stu and kind of how they work together and seeing the dad. And do they have a mom, or is that she's not in the picture?
I don't
think
know.
so. So
Has that
kind
been
of seeing.
discussed?
I don't think so.
If any of you audience members know anything about the mother of Dean and Stuart, tweet it or put it in the comments of the YouTube section, because maybe we're missing it and maybe we don't know. But I don't recall.
Yeah. That might be even a funny episode if she's alive and
Where's the
they
mom?
didn't kill her off.
They had to have talked about her.
Is it like one of those classic Disney things where like the mom or like the dad dies off and they're like, oh, we just couldn't cast it?
That or we just completely missed it.
Maybe we missed it. I hope we missed it. I hope we missed it.
I don't think we did. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to look into that. So yeah, but I like that. I would love to see them growing up as kids. There was that one little storyline about the broken window as kids or whatever, but it's always, it would be nice in their character arc to kind of see where they came from and see how they got to where they are in their relationship, you know, as kids or whatever. I still would love to see your prediction of Hollywood.
It needs to happen. It needs to happen. I'm waiting.
Boise going to Hollywood.
Ooh. That might be funnier, actually.
How good would that be?
Because how out of place would everyone be?
Completely.
Instead of having like one out of place character, you have all these people that are completely crazy. And Dean's the only. That's where Dean is like the smartest, and where Dean kind of figures out how everything works.
Right. And I think if the writers are watching, you can steal that. That's fine.
As long as we get some royalties for that, or however that works.
Some small minor credit over this way and this way would be good.
Please, mostly this way.
Yeah. So yeah, that was great. And then Hannah, our girl, we got to see her a little bit. Obviously, we'd like to see her more because now
she only
we know
had
her
2 lines
personally.
again.
And we would love to see more of her character development as well as Ethan.
Because we've seen a lot of Ethan, now we've seen a lot of Deb. You know, everyone's kind of there except for Lizzie.
I feel like Ethan's voice has changed a little bit.
Probably, I wasn't really
through
paying
the
attention.
episode, like intentionally. I feel like he just his talk is so got so much swag in it now.
Do you think it's like a puberty, like the actor's going, like his voice is changing, or it's like he's just a lot more confident and this is his new role?
I think it's the confidence.
Okay.
I think it's part of the swagger thing that he's doing. You know, like so
Ethan.
much more trying to be
he got
much
the lady
more like,
last time we saw.
Yeah. How funny was that? Hannah told us about that kissing story.
Where it was completely fake.
Yeah.
But like they did, I thought it was real. I was like, oh, little kids be making out on TV.
Right.
Okay, like what's going on?
Yeah, she gave us some really good behind the scenes stories about everyone and the way it works and being on set.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Hannah. Thanks for that inside scoop.
Okay, so Dean and Stuart, they get caught for taking the car that Farouk said they could have free of charge, and they get pulled over by the cops.
Once again.
We call that a callback in comedy when you establish something and then go back to it later in the episode or in a joke. So they get caught, pulled out, thrown in jail. Now Stuart's sex vacation. I'm sure
Dean has many, but it's not his this time.
Right, is about to get ruined. But Stuart goes back and uses what he's learned from Dean to get them out.
But he kind of uses Dean again, but this time with Dean's permission.
Totally. I mean, we're at jail. Dean, bro, come on. We're using your celebrity to get my butt out of here. Yeah. Dean goes, I can't believe he just defecated in public.
Like
Power
completely
play.
new world to him.
It was power play.
The last line about processed foods.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to do something that I never had to do before. Another innuendo. But they kept it clean. So, yeah, they get out. And then the last issue of the episode, again, is the assistant using all the leverage on Deb, being that she didn't think she can get fired, which she's kind of right in a way. It's not going to look great for Deb. She fires another assistant.
Yeah.
But so Stuart even calls her from jail, speaks to the assistant, says, hey, I'm in jail. Let my wife know. Have her come get me out, bail me out. And then he finally shows up, and that was like the last nail in the coffin. Okay.
And she's out.
You're
Peace
done.
out, homegirl. Find another job.
Right.
Write another resume, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you should go ahead and take off early and maybe just take all the stuff in your desk with you. And then when you think you should come to work Monday morning, maybe you just don't.
Oh, that was a good line for Deb. That was a perfect way just to end the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really well done. I mean, you had multiple components of the episode moving at one time, and they kept going in order. They kept taking turns touching on Dean with the regular guy, the vacation, and then the assistant, the boss and the assistant thing. So they really had those are the three strong components moving, but they did a beautiful job touching on each one.
Just like, I mean, you've said it like a million times, but the writing on the show is amazing. Because
Yeah.
the fact that usually if a show tries to pack too much, it's like, I'm lost as a viewer. I don't know what's going on. This sucks. I'm done watching the show.
Completely agree.
But they perfectly, like you just said, perfectly, everything together, wrote it great. And once again, I feel like we thank you guys a lot, but thanks for being great writers and sitting in that room and bouncing ideas off each other.
Totally. Yeah, you can't have too much going on at the show. I mean, we have a lot of characters, and we want to see everyone's character develop, and we love seeing all the characters interact and stuff. But to really make a sound episode, you really do kind of got to focus on a few things, which they did this time. So next time, who knows? They may focus on Todd more, or Claire more, or some of the kids
I hope so.
too.
I really hope so.
Yeah, they did a really great job. So, okay, our favorite part. Predictions.
Hey.
Do we have any of
Bring
the
on
prediction
the
music?
background.
Or am I going to look like a fool just doing this? Here we are.
There you go.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
In less than no time.
Oh, no, you go first.
Me go first?
Yeah, I got to think.
Okay. My prediction is I think we covered a lot with Deb this episode. I mean, she's a lead, but she's not Stuart and Dean, who are the primary two. So obviously they're going to be heavily involved in something. I think Deb is going to be less in the picture of the next episode. And I think there's going to be something more in the office with some of the other characters.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You got something really strong in Claire and Todd.
Maybe this is where we'll finally see Todd, kind of his backstory, what he's up to.
Yeah.
Besides just Dean's sidekick.
That or an issue with Claude and I just said what is it?
What is that?
Claude?
Ship?
Yeah.
When you ship someone,
That's
combine their
Claire
names.
and Todd together, new character.
That's his new prediction, guys.
Yeah.
New relationship.
But that's my prediction. Something with another one of the actors, another big issue.
We kind of said it already, but I'm going back to it. Just seeing more of Lizzie and seeing more of Hannah, and she's a great actress, so being able to kind of see her own character develop more, and maybe bringing, what's his name, Zadak?
Yeah.
Bringing Zadak back, maybe having a scene at the school, how they interact together at school would be hilarious.
Right.
But like bring Dean in for another case that revolves the high school.
I like that.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
we
we have this personal relationship with Hannah now, so of course we want to see more.
we're best friends.
Yeah.
No.
Besties. Great. Well, that's everything for episode 7. Be sure to tweet us on Twitter, hit us up on Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll read your comments, and tune in next week, Tuesdays, right here at AfterBuzz TV.
Every Tuesday. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The Grinder Rest.
Dun, dun, dun.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.